Good morning, Hero Wars fans. In this video, I will show you the differences in skills between servers based on guild raid rankings. First of all, please take a look at this image. This is an Excel file of the rankings announced in the Guild Raid Hall of Fame. There are two main types of rankings for Guild Raid, individual and guild. There are two types of result lists, weekly ranking and all-time top. My own guess is that the all-time top ranking will be reset for each boss. Otherwise, people playing on newer servers would have no chance of getting on the top rankings of all time. Now, in this video, I will discuss last week's ranking, which is shown in red. Since Hero Wars is an MMORPG, the server to which a player belongs depends on when he or she started the game. In my case, I started Hero Wars on June 2, 2020 on server 11, and the current latest server for this game is 97. In this game, the earlier you start the game, the higher the level of your heroes will be compared to those on later servers, so the guilds on later servers will be at an overwhelming disadvantage in inter-server rankings. This table shows that the guilds on server 53 are in the top 50 in last week's ranking, but the guilds from server 54 to server 97 are not in the top 50. That's right, because if a guild on a server that started last month is listed in these rankings, we're talking about how much they're charging. Now, looking at the rankings in this red band, you can imagine how the guild wars are going on in each server. For example, on server 3, three fiercely charged guilds are battling it out in the Gold League. We can see that server 6 and server 12 are in the same situation as server 3. And from this list, we can see that there are several guilds on the later servers that are charging huge amounts of money for the game. Servers 43 and 51 have guilds that are strong enough to move to server 3. It's amazing that a guild that started over a year later than the original server is still overwhelmingly strong in these rankings. Well, did they become addicted to paying bills as they repeatedly engaged in fierce fisticuffs among the top rankers in the server? Either way, I think they have good guts, because despite being a latecomer to the server, they still managed to get their names in the top 50 of the rankings, haha. I'm going to be serious for a second. I'm usually an unserious person. In the web PC version of Hero Wars before the introduction of Guild Raid, it was not possible to compare the strength of guilds between servers. However, by looking at the Guild Raid rankings, it is now possible to estimate the guild status of the top guilds in the Guild War Gold League. Furthermore, now that the strength of guilds on different servers can be compared in the rankings, it is expected that the top Gold League guilds will move to other servers in the future. On a personal note, I hope the stronger guilds don't move to server 11, where I play. By the way, my guild Gravity was unable to maintain 6th place in the Gold League and will start this week at 1st place in the Silver League. Thank you for watching the video until the last part. I'll see you in my next video.